Hey everybody, welcome back to more Chrono Trigger. Last time we finally completed the Lost Sanctum and we are done with the fetch quests. Totally done with the fetch quests. It's about time. But we also defeated a Wonder Rock and got the Elemental Aegis, as well as the Ice Worm by turning in a Rusted Blade. After going through a giant tower, which we fought a boss and saw the Heavenly Idols. It was a pretty nice little time, but now we have just a little bit more to go. To the Dimensional Vortex we go. We're going to head towards the one in Antiquity first. Alright, so on the map, it's going to be, let's see, yeah, right up here. So next to the village, the portal is going to be. Right in that little forest there. We head into here. Where are we? I don't like this place. It looks like we've come to the world of some other age. I don't really like this, but should we take a look at what's here? Yes, if we want to, we just head straight forward. Welcome to Random. The Dimensional Vortex literally just takes maps from the game, for the most part, and you just go through them and fight encounters that you would fight in the Lost Sanctum, or encounters that are just based in the areas that they took from in particular. In this case, I'm just going to head down from here, see if I can avoid some of the encounters I don't really necessarily need to fight. Fortunately, I can't avoid them all. Hello there. Goodbye there. Pretty much everything that you fight in all these random areas that may appear, it's just areas that you've been to throughout the entire game here and there. It's like a mishmash of weird dimensions and stuff like that. It's a weird, like, final extra little goodie. But it's, I guess it's a little better than the Lost Sanctum. But it's not totally random. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a couple extra, like, new areas here and there. Because there are some new areas mixed in. In this case, this one actually is a new area, but we head down and we get transported into another area. In particular, we've been to this one before, so all we really need to do is just find the exit, which in this case, do we need to do all the stuff to get through here or no? Let's find out. Let me just head this way. Is that door gonna be already there and open? Find out. Looks like we're going to need to activate it. Fun times. All right, so let me just pop that. And we're gonna have to go the other way because I activated the thing. Every enemy is gonna be as weak as they are when you first encounter them, which is nice because we could just pop them all and just get rid of them. The experience isn't even that great either because it's just, you're fighting stuff you've already fought before, except they're not stronger in the slightest. Not gonna bother with that one because that just summons more bats. And I'll let you sleep. Up here we go. I gotta activate the piano. It's weird that I got this particular room because this is probably one of the longer ones because you actually gotta deal with part of the actual place by playing the piano and stuff. There we go. So, boop. What would have been a neat touch is instead of playing the piano, it just distorts everything and just warps you to the next place. So you don't have to sit there and go all the way back along. I did not touch that pad. Okay, that's fine. Bye-bye and bye-bye. I literally can auto through all these battles because everything here is just weak. All right, and through this door I go. Into, yeah, as you can tell, this is just the Magus Tower encounter, which I can avoid everything by doing this for the most part. So let's see just how well I can avoid these encounters. That was sketchy. And we're good to go. All right. Gotta love forced encounters. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. It's the Mountain of Woe, where we met the Guru of Woe, as the chapter liked to have called it. I don't know if that, I honestly don't know if that's just a Steam error, like on the PC and mobile versions, or if that actually is in the DS version. But that's just so funny to me that they made that mess up in a title chapter. You think they just port over the game proper so everything would just be as it was, so I don't really see how they could have messed that up. I like that I'm getting all the random areas that literally are forced encounters, which makes this just take much longer than it needs to. There we go. Another one down, go up and around. Yep, I was gonna say I'm ready to hear it. Got you down. There we go. And there we go. Oh, not even that way either. So over here, around. It's funny because I actually, like, I've been through this area a couple times recently just because I had to play through New Game Plus. And I still forget my way around this place. There we go. And we're good to go. It's weird they had to go through that one backwards. But yeah, Millennial Forest. Yep, this one is gonna be stupidly easy to get through. And we're good to go. Thank you for that easy one. All right, and now this is kind of a new area. If we go to the left here, it'll give us the option to leave. So if we just click on it, there we go. This gate connects to the area from which you came. Do you wish to return there? No, I'm not leaving just yet. Over here, we have a save point if you actually need to save for any particular reason. And over here is the way forward. If we go this way, which it forces us, we get to a new area, which is called the Frozen Cliffs. Frozen Cliffs actually uses a theme that was cut from the original game called the Singing Mountain. It's a nice little tune, but I can definitely see why it wasn't used anywhere in the game because there's not really a snowy place that works with it. Otherwise, the encounters at first are just more Lost Sanctum stuff that we already fought constantly, but it will evolve into newer enemies, which is kind of nice because fighting the same Lost Sanctum stuff again and again and again will get tiring, and I'm kind of glad they added some new stuff at least for the Dimensional Vortex. But yeah, at least I have a nice song to go through this place with that sadly gets interrupted by battles constantly. Either way, there are a couple new chests here and there compared to other places, and we had to fight some new enemies, like the Chaos Mage here. Chaos Mage isn't anything too special. It will just try to do things like telekinesis and do some pretty strong magic attacks against us, but we can just wreck it with physical at this point. Just slash at it. And then we grab a chest, which gets a Mega Elixir. Awesome. The thing that kind of is annoying about this particular area, we have all these like black caves. They don't lead anywhere. These black caves are actually exits from another place that we might have gone to. It's just weird how it's like that because it makes you want to go in them, but they're just exits. So all you gotta really do is just head up here and then just grab another chest right behind this tree. A lapis. Always useful. I mean, Mega Elixirs are better, but if you don't want to waste the Mega Elixir, you have the inferior version of the Mega Elixir that people actually like using. Yay. We have another enemy encounter coming up. We just gotta climb up this, and then climb up this, and then climb up that. And this area really reminds me of the box art for the game. It really does. There actually is an enemy here that mimics the box art in a sense, but it's not the right color. So they kind of missed out on that. Like, this area is a ginormous reference to that box art, which I do find kind of neat that I feel like they actually like had this palette from back then as well. It's a pretty nice touch. Are you serious? The first time? Okay, I kind of want to get another one. I mean, there's no point in me getting another one, but I want to see if I can, just because. Oh, nope, it escaped right away. I didn't even get a chance. Never mind. Oh well, I tried. All right, Chrono, come back. There we go. Let's go down. means I want to grab... Where's the ladder? Where? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Grab this, a high potion. And oddly, in order to continue in this area, we need to slide down right over here. You just go, whee! And then if we just hold left, we get right over here. And we can enter this cave over here, which will take us to another area with a bunch of different enemies that we don't really necessarily need to fight those over there. We can just head down over here. Grab this, or Shadow Plume Robe. Shadow Plume Robe, if we go to Magus here. Defense 90, magic defense plus 20, reduces magical damage. Compared to that, it's probably his best in slot, so we might as well pop that on him. There we go. Now let's head over this way over here and see if I can, I was so close, that's fine. Look at that, was kind of really far, but that's okay. I could just auto this battle. There we go, and then one more swing from Chrono, auto do it. Perfect. And now let's go down this way, because we got a chest right over here. An elixir, nothing too fancy there. And then we have a pathway right down over here, which brings us down this way, which it would be nice if we can get over there, because it looks like there is more that we can do. But unfortunately, we gotta go the long way around. So what we can do here is we could actually climb back up this and go over here, which actually forces us to slide. And somehow this brings us here. I don't know how that works exactly, but now we're back here. So we can just continue to go up and around and do all this fancy stuff here and there. So let's do this again. When you slide down the slide, I don't know why I'm going so slow, but I am. If you head towards this middle one over here, it's nothing too fancy. It's just like, uh-oh, you kind of screwed up sort of hole that you go into. It just brings you right back to here, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then you could just go right back to the slide, no problem. You just gotta go through one encounter first. I love how slow you go down this slide because it just makes me think that everybody's just going down it slowly, super unamused. But yeah, if you want to get to this right one over here, you gotta hold up and right, and it'll take you to this right one. Which is weird because it's a hole and you think, uh-oh, I screwed up. But nope, this is actually where you want to go if you want to get like extra chests in this area. So you're fighting things that you just fought before, the Chaos Mages, and then these things that you fought when you're doing the Heavily Idle side quests. Nothing too fancy there. They go down rather easily, you know how this works. Just a couple swings, and we are going to be golden in a couple seconds. There we go. We continue heading left, and it actually brings us into this cave, which, ironically enough, this is a reused map screen from the Lost Sanctum. It's kind of surprising. Venus Bow. The Venus Bow actually is kind of neat because, where are you? It's actually all the way down at the bottom list here. Its attack is 0, but it's guaranteed 777 damage. So no matter what you attack, you're always going to do that much damage. Even if they have defenses, magical defenses, whatever they may have, you're always going to do that amount of damage. So it's pretty nice against enemies that might have magical defenses in the beginning of the game and you just want to plow through enemies using her. I can understand, but you're probably not going to be using that to even do that. You're probably just going to use other characters and just hit them. And, I don't know. It's a nice idea, but I don't really see the point. Other than that, we get another Turbo Ether, and that's pretty much everything in this little section over here. So we don't really need to bother with anything else in this area, so we can just head back. And just, I want to try to avoid you. There we go. Go down and around, grab this, a high ether, nothing too fancy there. And that enemy earlier, we can actually fight. It's weird that they both take you to like the same screen, but you just enter it through like different options. I guess it's like the other side of the mountain in a sense. But this other side of the mountain over here, technically, it's the same screen. It's still technically the other side of the mountain. You want to continue forward, instead of heading up, you actually go to the right. It doesn't seem like it's progress, but it's a new area. It looks pretty big. You have some enemies we can just completely avoid by going over here. Do that over here as well. Just check up here. And we have the big enemy that reminds me of the box art right there, except it's blue. It would have been nice if they like kept the color of what it looked like on the box art, but otherwise, we have a magic capsule over here, and we have 2 more sparklies right there and there. We go around both different positions over here. I have no idea how I avoided you, but it was kind of expertly done. A speed capsule, which I don't really necessarily need anymore. go up and around over here, but we gotta fight some enemies to deal with. Hello. Nothing too special, just attack them. 1 down, 2 down. Marl made the attempt, and 3 down. There we go. All right, let's check out right over here. Nothing fancy over in this direction. I don't know why they have that encounter, that enemy encounter over there. Just kind of confuses you. How do I get over there again? Oh yeah, right over here. Right through here. And then over here we get a strength capsule. So if we need any of those, which honestly, I don't really necessarily know who I want to give that to at this point. We just kind of pop that on, I guess. There we go. Past that, nothing really too special over here. We can grab this chest here, which gives us an Athenian water if we want that. Head down over this way, get into an enemy encounter. More of them. One down, almost 2 down, almost 2 down, 2 down. There we go. Perfect. All right, and where is this chest? There is another chest somewhere around here. Hello, enemy. I'm just gonna ignore you for a second. I'm looking for something. The thing I'm looking, there it is. The thing I'm looking for is more important than fighting you. There we go. We get a regal gown. The regal gown is actually kind of nice. It is kind of sort of a replacement for the prismatic dress. This reduces magical damage by 1/3. This reduces all damage by 1/3. So basically, it's just like having the barrier and the magic spheres on at all times. The difference being you lose that on a little bit of defense, so it's iffy who you want to use that on, but it is an option. In the meantime, I'm going to fight you because I haven't really actually fought you yet. Hello, extra enemy that just appeared. Everybody just turned to be like, yeah, you're dying first. All right, this thing actually will sit there and just use ice stuff on you, and it increases attack whenever you hit it, which can be a bother, but just don't use water-based stuff and you'll get rid of it pretty quickly. No big deal there. All right, let's see. I want to get over to the rest of this section, so down here I go. And there's another one there. I grab the elixir right over here. I can just ignore you because we already fought you. Like I was just roaming around like I want to hug something. Just arms outstretched at all times. And right over this way, we unfortunately had to fight a couple more things, which is kind of nice that they moved back a little bit to like actually get this general area to attack. It's kind of nice. Now, if Morrow actually used fire, I could actually use the right weapon here to attack them with and actually mimic the box art, but I have to do the fire sword with Luca, and Marl's just like not actually doing the thing. Like everybody's just hitting me with that. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, this is what Marl would be doing, and that's just the box art mimicking right there. I mean, it's not exactly the right move. It'd be the fire sword 1, but still, I would rather do a little bit more damage right about now. There we go. Really? There we go. Ooh. Couple more levels to go, and then right up here, just continue forward, and we get to the end of this place. So before I continue forward, let me just pop a couple of these, make sure everybody's a little bit topped off here, and we're pretty much good to go. Once we head into here, it brings us into an area that kind of mimics the interior of Lavos in a sense, but it's just like a respreaded prehistoric time area. We get a little, I could just use a shelter. That's fine, I'm just gonna use the shelter now. Just pop that on here. And I am going to prepare myself. Let's see, I have the Nova armor on, which, you know what? I'm fine, I don't need to. I could equip the mermaid stuff, like the blue vest, the blue plate, and the mermaid helm, and I'd be fine. You can leave this area if you want to. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna continue forward. Because continuing forward brings us here. I feel someone calling me. I have to go. If Marl is not in your party at this point, this is forced. She will just enter the scene and be forced into your party. She is required for this. So I'm just going to stick with what I have now. I think I'm pretty much good to go. This battle isn't really too hard. I'm just going to stick with this because might as well just stick with the main trio. There we go. And it brings us here. So preparing for this battle, if you want, you can sit there and use the blue plates if you want. So you absorb all water damage if you want. I mean, I could just reduce magical damage by a third. Or I can just make it so I just don't take any damage whatsoever. I can just do that. And then... You know what? Sure, I'll do it. I'll just make this battle even more trivial than it is. Because if you're doing this at this point, you more than likely have these plates and vests and stuff like that. And you had to be in the game to even get here to begin with. So... What's going on? Marl, why are there two of you? Who are you? Are you me? This is the boss of the Antiquity Vortex, the Alabaster Shade. Basically, she's going to attack and do a bunch of water-based stuff like that, which I completely ignore. So I can just sit there and just do stuff like Antipode Bomb 3, I could use Delta Force. No matter what, I am basically just going to destroy this battle because I cannot get hurt by most of her stuff. The biggest issue is that she can heal, which is something that she could do, but it's not that big of a deal. I could just attack a couple times and this battle will be over pretty quickly. I'm going to actually use Delta Force this time because why not? Another thing you could do if you're inclined and have Ayla in your party, of course, you can charm a Haste Helm off the Alabaster Shade. But at this, wow, that barely did any damage. It was just, Chrono, just do your own thing, and the other two will just do Antipode Bomb 3. But yeah, you can charm a Haste Helm. It's not necessary in this particular one because you probably already have many Haste Helms already, so it's not really that beneficial of an item to steal because everybody, again, probably already has one. And there we go. Pretty easy battle. Marl's latent powers awakened. Speed, accuracy, and stamina improved. This is like a +5 change for each stat. More than likely though, you probably will have speed maxed out at this point, which is ridiculous because raising her accuracy up by 5 and her stamina up by 5, this is stackable once per playthrough. So each new game plus, you can just keep going in +5, +5, +5 until it's completely maxed out. That's insane. And knowing that, we have 2 more to go. So next time on Azure Plays More Chrono Trigger, we're going to tackle the Dimensional Vortex in the future. I'll see you all then.